I've been shooting videos for over 7 years and I use only 3 lenses, and today I will show you which one and why I use these particular lenses. Let's go! So first lens I want to show you is Sony G. It's 16 to 35 millimeters f4. It's a power zoom lens. What that means, it's integrated inside, and you can control the zoom via your DJI Ronin. It's very convenient for videos. Filter size is 72. It's really important because I've got other lens which is also 72 millimeters and one lens which is 82 millimeters. So I've got 3 lenses and I can use only one set of filters because what I need is only one step up ring and to use my one set of filters. But let's talk more about this lens. And as I said, it's f4, so it isn't very bright, but I don't need it for videos. And if you go wide, your f4 will be definitely enough. You can change the aperture by using this ring, and as you can hear it clicks, but you can turn off clicking. It's really convenient because you can put some follow focus motors or other motors here, and you can control your aperture, and you can control your zoom ring, of course, via your DJI Ronin. So it's very convenient because you can change a lot by not touching the lens. But the focus ring is non-linear, so you can't be really accurate by using manual focus. So I stick only to autofocus, and that's my workflow. So that's not the disadvantage for me by using this lens. And I like it because it's very small, and I've got a lot of fun using it because I shoot a lot of vertical, and when I want to go wider I really need this 16 millimeters, and I can't really go wide by using other lenses. So this is a must-have for me. Of course you can buy some wider lenses, but for my niche, which is events and automotive shoots and sometimes corporate shooting, I don't have to go wider than 16 millimeters. But of course, keep in mind that if you shoot real estate, that probably wouldn't be enough for you. If I shoot real estate, I probably buy some Liowa 10 millimeters, zero distortions. So let's move on to the next lens. This is my favorite lens. You know, this guy, it's 24-70 millimeters G Master. It's GM2. So it's like the newest one, and it cost a lot, but it's worth it, definitely, because previously I used Tamron. It wasn't 24, it was 28-70, if I remember correctly. That was really nice lens, but when I switched to G Master, I felt a whole of a difference because of the sun flares and the image quality. As I said, this is my favorite one, and of course you've got a lot of convenient features here, like you can change the zoom ring from smooth to tight. Now you need a lot of power to change the zoom, and I don't use it for videos, but I think for photography that is a really nice feature. Of course you've got some custom buttons like here, like here. It's very nice to have, but once more I don't use this one because I operate gimbal most of the time, and it's not convenient for me to just click here. I try to stick to this part of the camera. What more about the lens? You've got the iris lock here that you can control your aperture from here, from these wheels. Of course it depends how you set your camera. I really like it because sometimes it's convenient for me to change aperture here on the ring, and sometimes I prefer to do it here. It depends of the set that I currently use. Sometimes when I have vertical or horizontal, I change this feature. And this lens is 82 millimeters diameter here. So I have to buy 82 millimeters filters, and for other ones, as I said, I use the step up ring. And what's more about this lens? As I said, it's not big. It's quite light for the quality which provides. It's of course f2.8, and it's my go-to lens. Like if I had to shoot with one lens only, I probably use this, and like 80% of my work goes from this lens. So if you got a budget for one lens and you want to buy a better lens, I definitely recommend the 24 to 70 millimeter G Master. And of course, the autofocus in Sony is superb, and the lens doesn't provide me any problems with autofocus. Like some extreme conditions can cause some autofocus problems, but it's just a gear, and it won't be 100% accurate. So the last lens which I own is 70 to 200 millimeters f4. I don't have f2.8, which is like a dream lens for a lot of people. I decided to buy f4, and it's the Mark 1. It's the first version of the 70 to 200 millimeter. And I really like this lens. I wouldn't say that I love this lens, but I really like it. I like the quality. The image stabilization is really nice. You've got switches here. You can change the focus from full to 3 meters. You can change autofocus to manual focus. You've got optical steady shot, of course, and you've got mode 1 and mode 2 of the stabilization. The big downside of this lens that occurred to me all the time, that when I shoot handheld with this lens, for example on the track, sometimes I accidentally switch the stabilization off. And I don't know why it happens, because the switch is like far from the camera, but it happens for me a lot of times that I just switch it off, and I've got some shots ruined because I didn't have stabilization. But of course, you can do something with this. You can maybe tape it, and it will be always on. So that isn't a big problem for this lens. What I like a lot that it's got internal zoom, and you can easily balance it on my DJI gimbal. I don't know if smaller gimbal can hold it. Maybe you have to buy some counterweights, but for my RS3 or RS4 Pro, it's not a big problem for balancing this on a gimbal with A7 IV with small rig cage. It's not very hard to do. I've got 16 to 35, and I've got 24 to 70 and 70 to 200. I use it all the time, and I don't really feel that I have to go wider or I have to shoot some more telephoto lenses. Maybe sometimes on racing events, it would be nice to have 400 millimeters lens, but it's not a big deal that I don't have it, because I use 4K 200 millimeters. I can crop the image if I want to. I can use super 35 millimeter mode, and it works for me, and I don't really feel like that I need more lenses. Of course, I want more lenses, but if you look at buying things from the business side, you have to think if this lens will work for you, like it will provide you more money or more clients to your business. You have to look at this side. But of course, if you got money and you just want to buy some toys, you don't look at this side of buying things. If it's just a hobby for you, then you can buy whatever you want. And if it's a business for you, you want to earn money from this, you have to think at the best possible thing that you can buy now for your business, and it will provide you more money, more clients. You have to think about it all the time, because I catch myself buying things that I really want, but they don't really pay me. Of course, not every gear will pay you the same amount as other gear. If you buy camera, of course, it's your essential. And if you buy lights, you won't be using lights at every shoot, but of course you need it. And you have to think deeply about buying things for your business. Because being a creative means that you really enjoy creating things, and probably you are not the best at doing business. And that's the thing that you have to develop during your creative journey. And that's what I'm still learning. And if you got some advice for me, and I would appreciate if you comment and tell what's your opinion about buying things for your business. So let's move on to our main subject, and let's find some other lenses that you can buy. I did some research about the lenses, and what I recommend to you is, if we talk about the wide lenses, it's Sony 16 to 35 millimeter f2.8 G Master. It's more expensive lens, but it's like the top quality if you need it. But if you want to go lower, I've got really nice lens for you. It's a Samyang 14 to 24 millimeter f2.8, so really nice. And this lens is really nice, what I was reading, but be careful on the lens flares. I had other Samyang in the past, and it got the same problem. The lens flares from the sun or the powerful lights are really, really bad, that they are very unattractive on the image. And be aware when you want to buy it, but the price is really tempting of the Samyang. And if you are talking about some alternatives for 24 to 70 millimeters, you can go with Sigma 24-70 millimeter. It's an art lens, f2.8, and I've got other option for you. It's a very interesting option. It's Sony 24 to 105 millimeter f4. I had this lens in the past. It's very versatile lens. Like, you've got 24 to 105. It's like everything in one. But if something is for everything, that probably means that it's not the best quality. And when I was using it, I felt that the image isn't sharp. It was like average, like some not very good lens, but autofocus was really cool and accurate, but the quality wasn't the best. I used this lens as my first lens in my career with Sony A6300, and back in the past I was really pleased with this lens. And of course, you can use some Tamron. As I said before, the Tamron 28 to 70 millimeters f2.8. Even the first version is really nice. I use it also, and the second version is even better. And it's much less expensive than the Sony G Master. So if I had to choose the one lens, and the budget lens and very versatile lens, I would go for Tamron. And if you want something telephoto, but not Sony 70 to 200 f4, you can go with Sony 70 mm to 300 mm, but it's not constant light. It's from f4.5 to 5.6. So bear in mind that as you zoom in, the aperture will change and your light will change. But you've got extra 100 millimeters. So if you have to choose something, you have to think about your video niche, what you're doing, and if you're starting, you probably don't know what will you shoot. So then definitely go for something versatile, like Tamron 28 to 70 millimeters. That's all for today. I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe my channel. It will help me very much to do another episode, and see you soon.